In today's video, I go over how to build chemistry with your teammates this season. This is one of the most overlooked aspects of team game modes, and if you guys build chemistry with your teammates, your placements and overall team play will benefit in return. Be sure to use code SonataYT if you guys do want to support me in the item shop #ad. Also, be sure to leave a comment letting me know if you guys did stay until the end of the video. I would greatly appreciate it. So the first way to properly build chemistry with your teammates is to see if you click. One especially important way to see if you click with your teammates is to see if you guys do not blame each other when you make mistakes. You guys may have watched some professional players blame each other if they ever make mistakes, and this is an issue that I see with a lot of trios. You guys need to understand that everybody makes mistakes, even in Fortnite where mistakes can be very costly. If you don't blame your teammates, naturally you guys are going to get benefit in return. Your teammates will act nicer to you and you will naturally feel better around them. The other way to see if you click with your teammates is to see if you seem genuine when talking to them. If you're going to be quiet and sort of drowsy when you're talking to your teammates, it doesn't really make sense for you to play with them. You should try to be motivated just like they are if you guys want to try to perform in comp. Unless you're at the top level, it's not really okay to mumble and sort of act very drowsy while talking. It's also important that you guys need to try to not act fake. If you guys are trying to compliment your teammates, try to make it genuine and come from your actual heart. Don't try to fake it and just call your teammate good to keep up appearances. If you do these two things, then you can tell if you click with your teammates. And remember, they need to do it in return. Alright, so the next way to build chemistry with your teammates is to find out the correct game modes to play. For me personally, I would prioritize playing Arena no matter what over every other game mode if you guys want to try to build chemistry with your teammates the quickest. In Arena, you guys are going to be getting the fighting practice that you need, and you can also learn each other's playstyles the quickest as well. Arena is the most similar to the games that are going to be like Cash Cups and various FNCS open lobbies. And because most of you guys watching are not tier 1 pros, you guys need to learn how to get out of these opens and Cash Cup lobbies. So if you guys practice enough Arena and take it seriously to the point where you guys play it like it's a tournament, you're naturally going to understand how your teammates play and get better at playing with them. You guys can also learn different things from each other while you're playing Arena. You can learn different tactics, fighting styles, and just general ways to play the game. The next type of game mode that I would recommend to play in order to build chemistry would be Creative. In Creative, you guys are going to have access to unlimited sorts of resources such as Zone Wars, Realistics, and Box Fights to practice. All three of these game modes can be useful in their own ways, and you guys naturally need to practice them in order to get better. So if you prioritize practicing these with your teammates rather than by yourself, it's going to help you understand how to calm with them and also how to work with them in order to be effective when you're fighting. One of the biggest issues that I see with a bunch of teams is that they have beef when they're starting to fight in game. When they're fighting another team and they die, they sometimes blame each other for their mistakes. When you're in Creative, you can easily respawn and nobody's really going to blame each other as long as you guys know that you have a second chance. Naturally, this sort of behavior will transfer over into game, which is why playing Creative regularly with your team in order to warm up and cool down as soon as you guys are done playing for the day is a good idea. And the last game mode that I would recommend you guys try to play is Scrims. Scrims is going to be the most realistic practice that I would highly recommend you guys try to take seriously. And once you guys have built enough chemistry in the other two game modes, you guys should try to take it over to Scrims and learn how each other play during endgame in these more stacked lobbies. You guys should get to learn how to play laggy lobbies together, and you should understand the natural way that players play against your team. It's also important to set roles in certain playstyles during your endgames. Endgames are obviously the most chaotic part of most games, so you guys need to learn how to function as a team during this time. If you guys play scrims and you play a lot of them without blaming each other, you guys are naturally going to get better at playing in these chaotic endgames. You guys can also learn exactly what weapon preferences you guys have, and you can also adjust to the season in your own ways as well. Rather than sitting there and playing solo Arena for 12 hours a day, I would recommend you guys try to get some scrims in there at least once or twice a day. And when you guys are involved in scrims, it's important that you understand how exactly scrims are supposed to work. You guys shouldn't go out of your way to grief other teams in those scrim games. It's not going to benefit you or those other teams. And most of the time, it's going to get you banned from that scrim Discord. If you try to play these scrims to the best of your ability, not only will that rub off on your teammates, it'll also make you guys as competitive players more wholesome and well-rounded. Now, the final aspect of building chemistry with your teammates is to build a personal bond with them. Now, I've said this since the start of Fortnite Competitive that you guys need to properly get along with your teammates personally in order to perform well in game. The first key to this is obviously going to be getting along. You guys can't be fighting about stupid things, can't be fighting out stuff that's outside of game, and you need to focus on what you guys have in common and what you get along with. And if you guys do have anything that you don't get along with, I would recommend you guys just squash that beef and you move on from it. This is going to help you guys focus and trust each other more when you guys are in the game. Never go into a tournament with a bad mindset and a distrust between the teammates. It's not going to benefit you or the teammates. Most of the time, I would recommend that you guys try to learn exactly what your teammates think and exactly how to prevent arguments that could eventually start up. The other best way to build a personal bond is to just generally be funny. If you guys crack jokes with your team, it's going to make the atmosphere a lot more casual. And obviously, I did say you guys should take it seriously, but that doesn't mean never crack jokes. You guys can easily have the ability to crack jokes and get away with it as long as you guys prioritize performing best and competitive first. It doesn't really matter how much you guys crack jokes, it just matters that you guys are funny towards each other and that you know exactly how to cheer up your teammates when they're down. And then the final aspect of building a personal bond with your teammates is to have roughly the same vocabulary when you guys speak. If there's a major age difference in your teammates, then I would highly recommend you guys try to find a different sort of teammate that's roughly around your same age so that you guys know exactly what you're saying when you're calming. It's going to help you guys not only with getting along, but it's also going to help you in competitive ways. One generation might not know exactly what a word from another generation means. And then the whole time to clarify that will take up too much time, and then it won't necessarily be worth it to play with those specific players. Which is why I would recommend you try to find somebody around your age and somebody that understands exactly the way you talk and think. I'm just quickly going to be going over what you guys should do if you have a teammate that doesn't want to try to build chemistry with you, but does play well with you guys. Now, in this situation, I would highly recommend you guys take a look at the trio Mongrel, Mitro, and Tayson that won the Chapter 2 Season 4 FNCS Grand Finals on EU. For the most part, this trio did not get along very well, however, they performed very well, so they decided to stick together. What I would recommend to you guys is you guys try to figure out exactly what you want your priorities to be. If you guys want the priority of placing competitive at the highest, then you should consider sticking with the team as long as you guys play well together. However, if you guys want the priority of playing well with a team that you get along with, I would recommend that you guys split with this teammate and then you continue to find some new players. This is a circumstance that I see way too much across all of competitive. I see a bunch of trios that don't get along but they perform very well together. And this question has been bugging me for a really long time, and I would recommend you guys try to take this advice and turn it into your own way of playing. If you guys are interested in checking out how to find a teammate and also what to put in your looking for group message, I have videos for both of those things that are going to be in the top right corner. Please consider checking those out. I spent a lot of time on those videos. It's also important that once you guys have found these teammates, you try to determine that very quickly, because you guys need to realize that FNCS does come quick and you guys need to find good teammates that you click with very quickly. It's going to naturally help you prioritize your competitive performance over all else first. And in return, that's going to help you place a lot better in multiple events that come in the future seasons. But anyways, let's get on with the rest of the video. Alright guys, that is the video on how to build chemistry with your teammates in Chapter 2 Season 6. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. Be sure to check out all of my socials that can be found in the description. But that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.